Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Big Game Sports Buzz, where the fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about sports and everything that surrounds it. I am Jay Soggs, and of course, I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the reason why we even have this thing going on, Big Game. James, what up, Big Game? How you doing?
Jay, what's happening, man? Good to see you, brother.
Man, feeling all right. Feeling a little tired, you know. There's so much going on today in sports, but, you know, this is Super Bowl week, man. This is the week. This is it. The media's there. Everybody is coming in. The celebs are starting to come down, man. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, we ready. Let's gear it up. Let's strap it up. Let's go, man, because we got a lot to get into. So, yo, before we even get started, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell to make sure that you know when we are on YouTube, Facebook. You can also catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all of your other podcast platforms. Yo, Big Game. What's up?
Hey, you got it out, but it didn't seem like it was gonna come out at first. He said, "Oh, you're podcasting platform."
Podcast.
Hey, I feel you, man. It's been that kind of week, dog. I feel you.
Yo, and make sure that you hit us up on ASAP Plus channel 598 on the Viva Live on Roku. Okay, man. I think I hit everything. I think we're ready to go.
Let's go 4 downs, baby.
Man, let's get into that first segment, of course, we call 4 Downs. This is where we look at all the things that are going on in sports, and we pick out the 4 biggest headlines that are out there right now. Now, look, before we even get started, we know trade deadline just happened. We're going to hit that up next week, but for this week, it's Super Bowl week, so we got to go with that one. And, of course, the first down that we're going to get into is the coaching hires have been made, right? How well do we think the new coaching hires will actually do? And so let me pull this up here because I want to make sure, I really want to get into the first one, which is down in Houston with Lovie Smith.
Yeah, me too. Because the more I think about that, Jay,
yeah,
I love Lovie Smith. For real,
yeah.
Lovey's a good dude. He's a good person, great coach. I say great. I mean, he's had success.
Yeah.
But the more I think about this hire in Houston,
yeah,
it's almost like Cully all over again to me. Like I feel like they bring like no one else really wanted to touch it. Lovey was on staff, right, as a coordinator, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Right.
You hand it off. You put somebody in there. You have an African American candidate. But I'm not really sold that he's the one that the Texans really, really wanted.
Right. I agree with that. I think it's just one of those things where it's, look, we want to cover our butt, and like you said, no one wants it. So who can we put in and save face? Hey, Lovey, come on, man.
Want a job?
Want a job? Because I agree with you. I don't think he's the guy that's going to push them over the hump or even to the hump, And
it's not about now. It's not even the fact that I don't think Lovey can motivate there.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that, okay, the same GM, what's going to change? Deshaun Watson's going to get traded this offseason.
Right.
There's no way of him being on that roster and being wasted. Now you're just carrying dead cap weight for nothing. So they're going to have to deal in what is going to be at Lovey's disposal to make the team worth something. Like
Man,
I don't
wish he's in a disposal.
Yeah, I just don't see what's going to happen, what's going to be there, how they make it work. I'm just I'm really lost. And like the more I thought about it and looked at it, I was like, oh, sweet, Lovey got a job. And I was just like, that's not a good gig, man. Like, I'm not feeling the whole way it went down and why they hired him, how they, I just.
Yeah. It is a bad taste in your mouth, I think.
Yeah.
Moving on, we already kind of talked about Josh McDaniels and him in Vegas. And I can already tell by that side right there that you're not very impressed or very happy about it. But,
I spoke on him before. I just don't believe in him. I've said it before. And like I said, I'm not one to really bite my tongue on these things.
Right.
He gets chance after chance. Like you leave Indy standing at the altar to run back to Daddy Belichick. And then now when it came up in this interview process, well, I had to make sure that the right person and the right team and the right personnel was there and it's the right fit for me.
Right.
You said all the key buzzwords, but it's like I don't believe it. Like to me, you're lying. You portrayed yourself as a liar before, so now I believe nothing you say, and I don't think that. Okay, whatever. I mean, it's okay. It's coaching privilege of who helping you get a job, and do you even really deserve it? Whatever.
Yeah, I agree with that. And we're not going to hit all of them, but I have to definitely get into this one. Jacksonville Jaguars hired Doug Peterson.
Everybody thought he was going to be great after the success he had in Philly and winning the Super Bowl. All of a sudden, it went downhill fast, like woof, dumpster fire, like for real, like you like to say, burning up. Man. And Doug Peterson's out. Does he change the culture there in Jacksonville? I think Jacksonville's another place that's just a joke right now. Like I don't. Yeah. Some coaches are going to take it to try to resurrect their coaching career. Like they need to get things going again. He can't just keep sitting back. He had to take a chance. How much leeway do they give him? I'm glad he got it and Leftwich didn't take it.
Yes. I'm glad Leftwich didn't take it. Yeah. Doug Peterson, Jacksonville, I mean, I don't really care. I think some of that was how he handled in Philly, how he handled Carson Wentz.
Right.
And I think we all see now what Carson Wentz is and was kind of moving forward, Right. And I had a guy from Philly just telling me how much greater he was than Dak, and I was like, nah, I don't think so, bro. He's what he is, So
I think he had one season of showing signs in Philly before he got injured, but he never really came back right. And so I think it made everyone like I try to give him the benefit of the doubt. And then after seeing him play in key situations this year, I was like, okay, you can't ever do that again.
Right.
Like, you can't do it. I can't do it. Not to, kill my credibility, damn it. Carson Wentz. Killed my credibility.
You know what? And let's end on this one. New Orleans Saints, they hired Dennis Allen.
Well, I don't think it's good or bad. Like, no knock on Dennis Allen. When the 2 times he had to step in for Sean Payton, he did fine. You know what I'm saying? The team knows him. They responded well to him. I want to know what's really going on for Payton to step out the way he did. I think they did right. They don't have to make too many changes. They put Doug Allen in. He'll keep a lot of that staff together. They'll probably, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't have too many changes, but personnel wise, that's what's going to hurt the Saints anyway. But I think they knew they were doing that the whole time when everybody was like, "Oh man, the Saints' job is open. Flores has a chance." In my mind, I was like, "No, he doesn't." I was like, "They're going to stay. They're going to promote from within, and they may interview 1 or 2 people just for the sake of having to do it." But I mean, we all knew it was a done deal.
Yeah, which is what
it
they
was
did.
It was a done deal, and we knew
this. Okay, let's go ahead. You know what? Let's move on to because I think we can stay there for a minute, but I'm gonna want to get let's get into that second down. Man, let's talk about Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl week, and let's ask this question right off the bat: what are the real chances that the Cincinnati Bengals have right now? A lot of people are counting them out. They don't think they have, what it takes, but realistically, what are the chances that the Bengals do have to win the Super Bowl?
I mean, they're there, right?
They are there,
and this is my whole thing. We talked about it in the chop shop on Tuesday. Is like you keep underestimating and keep doubting the Bengals, and all they keep doing is proving people wrong.
That's it.
I think they have just as good a chance as any. I was on Bucks Report last night, Jay, talking Super Bowl, And I honestly, the over-under right now is like 40-some points. But the spread, I think the Rams are only favored by 4. And I believe it's going to be a tight enough Super Bowl to where I believe even if the Rams do win, I think the Bengals cover that 4-point spread. I think it's going to be that type of game. I don't think it's going to be a super high-scoring game for some reason.
Yeah.
I think people may be surprised by it. And if the Bengals come out of here with a win, I would not be surprised at all. And I know I've been teeter-tottering all week. Every time y'all ask me my pick, I'm like, I don't know, get back to me on Thursday.
Every time,
it's
Thursday. We're not at who you got yet.
Yeah, we're not at who you got yet, so I'll let you know there. But like right now, looking at this, I like their chance as good as anybody else's, man. I really do. I really think that they have a legit chance of not just making it to the Super Bowl, but actually competing to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, yeah. I think they have an awesome chance. I already kind of told you who I had this past Tuesday in the Chop Shop, and I'm still sticking with it. For obvious reasons, there's some other reasons that kind of go into that because of personnel. But, to me, it's all about what the Bengals can do in adjustments. And if they can adjust like they've been doing this whole season, they have a great chance. They have a wonderful chance.
Right.
I think it's going to be a really good Super Bowl. I think it'll be close. Do I think they'll beat the spread? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think it'll be I think it may be right under. But I don't think they go over their 49. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think it goes to the over. And I think Rams cover. I think Cincinnati covers the 4-point spread.
Yeah.
Because they're a 4-point underdog right now.
There you go. Good stuff. May have to put $5 on that.
Yeah,
all right.
I might find $1 a bit.
Not at all. So again, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell. Know that when we come on, and of course you can stream us on Facebook, YouTube when we come on live, or anytime after that. And of course you can hit us up or watch us or listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Third down.
Yes, sir.
Matt Stafford.
I was waiting, dog.
Matt Stafford. There's been talk that if Matt Stafford wins a Super Bowl, he should be in discussions for the Hall of Fame. Megatron made it, and Stafford was his quarterback 7 of the 9 years, including his record year for catches and yards, which have since been broken. Should he be in discussions for the Hall of Fame if he wins the Super Bowl?
I personally say no. Now you just said something that made me think a little bit, but then I went back to no. Does him throwing the ball to Calvin Johnson really warrant what Calvin Johnson had to do with the yards after the catch, to run in the routes, to get open, to beat the DB? Yes, I know I give Stafford a lot more credit than you do, but right now all of a sudden it's almost like how I feel about Eli Manning. Eli Manning was a good game manager for the Giants. Do I think Eli Manning is a Hall of Fame quarterback like Big Brother? No, I don't. Not at all. And it's kind of the same way I feel about Stafford.
But
Stafford can have Super Bowls don't make you Hall of Fames, because I don't care what anyone says, and unlike a lot of these knuckleheads that's out here pretending to know what's going on about the game, it's a team game, and you know what it takes to win the championship. Jay, it's going to take a team, and it's going to take a damn good defense. And most of these teams who win these Super Bowls pull it out because they have a good defense, right?
Yes.
Eli Manning did enough not to blow some things. And I don't hate Eli as a quarterback, but Eli has never shown to me, damn, boy, that Eli Manning, like Peyton did.
But Eli has, I get that. But Eli has like one of the greatest throws and catches in Super Bowl history.
When I got lucky and David Tyree stuck the ball on his head.
Luck or skill, whatever you want to call it,
Hey, man,
opportunity is
he had a
what
rabbit's
that
foot
is.
hanging out of his ass when that happened.
man.
You know that, right? That's, I mean, okay, great catch, great throw. No, great throw, lucky catch. It is what it is.
When
But
you say,
go ahead.
Wouldn't you say though that a great play stems from opportunity and some luck? Like you have to have some luck, but you have to have the opportunity to be.
Yeah, I'll give you that. There's going to be a little bit of luck involved in some of those plays that happen. I go ahead. Yeah, that makes sense, Jay. I give you that. But
and so,
as much as you talk about Matthew Stafford, and as well as I think he's taking advantage of this situation because McVay has shown that he did need another piece at quarterback to maybe help that offense flourish and play better than what it did when Goff was under center, right? I know you humming, but they played better with Stafford out there, whether you want to say it or not. I'm not saying Stafford's not good for the game. I'm not saying Stafford hadn't been a solid quarterback to get things done. But I don't think automatic winning of the Super Bowl projects him to being a Hall of Famer. Because what if the defense wins the game? What if it's a defensive game and Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Jalen Ramsey are the reasons they win and he plays like crap? So you can't
he's gonna play like crap.
You can't automatically catapult him to Hall of Fame status because he has a ring on his finger and a championship under his belt, because we know so many factors and variations go into what helps you succeed to win. And I'm not going to just say, hey, Stafford has a championship, he's Hall of Fame. No, it doesn't work like that.
And it's funny because I don't think he's Hall of Fame, but I also look at the players that have been put in the Hall of Fame, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that they won a Super Bowl. Joe Willie Namath, he won a Super Bowl. But, I mean, it just goes back to who do you think is what and what it might be. Yo, what up, Ron? Good to see you, man. I hate to agree with Ron, and I hate to agree with this sentiment, but if he does win a Super Bowl, this Super Bowl in particular, because this is a win or bust team this year, he's going to be in that discussion. He's going to be in that discussion, and yes, because of the yak from Megatron, that's probably why he's going to make it. But they don't look at it from that standpoint. They just look and say, here's his stats. He's a champion. Super Bowl. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, not going to really argue with it at all with that one. That's just my feeling and my opinion.
Was he have 12 seasons? He's been in 12 seasons now? Something like that?
And his first playoff win came this year.
Look, man, here's the deal with him. And this is why I would say he should never be in there. And I heard this stat this week. Matt Stafford, a.k.a. Ben Affleck of the NFL, he against teams over 500 or above, he is 8-57.
Damn,
he is
for real?
8-57 against teams that are over 500 or above in his career. So, having said that, to me, you have to look at, and I understand quarterbacks are judged on wins and losses unfairly, but they are judged by that standard. And when I see that and hear that,
Jay, that's a big discrepancy, dog.
It gives you pause.
Yeah, like 8-50. Whoa.
8-57.
Who did he beat?
He was in I mean, he was in the NFC North. So you had Chicago that was there. He wasn't going to win against Green Bay. And in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, he may have played for losers, but the stats, and this is, and to your point, stats don't make a great player. Stats don't make a great player. But if we're looking at stats, and especially at wins, and if that's your winning percentage against good team, mediocre teams like 8-8. They finish 8-8. When you played them, they were at least 500, and you're 8-57. Yeah, you don't.
Right. Man, it's
that puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It really does. Hey, but like I said, it's not like it changed my mind on what I thought. It just kind of really reiterates how I was feeling about the whole situation anyway. And like I said, dude, I'm not one to sit up here and smash guys because, like I said, I know what it takes to play in this league. It's not easy. Quarterback position is the hardest position to play. And when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. And the quarterback, he gets the glory and the blame most of the time.
But is he Hall of Fame?
No. Like I said, I'm not smashing, but just me being honest and looking at his play over the 12 years he's been in. No, he's not. To me, he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback. That's just how I feel. Now, whether I'm right or wrong, that's just how I feel. And like I said, I've given Matthew Stafford way more love than you ever have. And I know you won't. You know what I'm saying? No. I've said that this year has been good for him. This year, but it's all, and the thing is, it's all or nothing. So that's why everybody has the questions coming up or the statements coming up because, oh man, Matthew Stafford, they're going to get it done. They have to get it done. And he does this, he's going to do this. They can't lose. They can't lose. Or that stigma and everything else is just going to stay stuck to him forever.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, he has the super team. He has like the NFL's equivalent of super team. Right. You got Odell Beckham. You got Kupp. You got, Eckler when he was healthy. I mean, and then you got a defense that's
Eckler, boy.
Never mind me. It's been a long day.
They got Higbee, the tight end's good. Yeah. They got your boy Robert Woods, who's injured, but when he's there, I mean, he's had weapons at his disposal all year. We understand
and you got a
Higbee,
super
the
defense.
tight end, and then you go get Von Miller to go along with Aaron Donald. Holy Lord,
and Jalen Ramsey. So you have the makeup of a super team in the NFL,
right?
Like that's the best team on paper that should win, based on the types of people that you have that are all pros, superstars, and all of this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I give it to you.
And that kind of begs the question of, do you think, and this isn't on here, but hey, do you think if they do win, if the Rams do win, Odell Beckham should be in that discussion as well for Hall of Fame?
I believe Odell had some plays that warranted him to get in better a long time ago anyway. Over the Cleveland years, because what he did in New York was amazing. To do it with Eli and not a whole lot else going around it, I think that warrants him doing that. So, we'll see what happens, and I think he's gonna get taught. But I still think that he has years left in the tank to where he can actually solidify his Hall of Fame ballot and candidacy more so than, oh man, hey, well, Stafford's finally got a Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and put him in. That's what it sounds like. I don't want it to be that, but crazy things have happened.
Do you think the Cleveland part of his career hurt him?
I don't think it helped because they tried to bring up a lot of off the field antics, saying that he was into a whole lot of partying and kicking it and being selfish.
Yeah.
I think he went to a situation where he wanted to play with Landry again, his college teammate.
Right.
Baker Mayfield still isn't the greatest quarterback ever. I don't feel like what's the dude's name? Freddie Kitchens really knew how to utilize Odell when he had him there. Yeah. And it was just a rough hire to where I don't think it should count against it, but I think it will. Yeah. Because if you're young, black, and have a voice, live folk don't like that. They want you to sit down and to be quiet.
Ron is on one today. And hey, Ron, not all teams are super in NFL. All NFL teams are super teams, okay? Again, we just talked about one that is not Detroit. Vegas is another that comes to mind that's not a quote-unquote super team. There's nothing super about them, So there you go. Miami, Jacksonville. Should I go on? Jacksonville's definitely not a super team. That's a dumpster fire, bro. And yes, Mayfield does suck. And I hate to say that because I actually liked Baker Mayfield
Well, I think Baker Mayfield got coined that guy and started getting all these endorsements and commercials so quick into his career.
I love his commercials.
They're good, but I think it made people go, dude, shut up, play football. You ain't done nothing yet. And so I think kind of just put a bullseye on his back.
I mean, if it wasn't for his commercials, I wouldn't like him as much. Everybody got good. No. Everybody does not have 4 good players. Again, I reference Jacksonville. Houston's another team.
They have 4 good players. I mean, I feel you. It's NFL. There's 4 players on that team.
Who?
Hell, it's a 53-man roster, Jay. A 53-man roster that you couldn't make.
I keep asking who.
I know you. I hear you.
Tell me not one player.
I hear you talking about. You sound like the owl on the Tootsie Roll commercial, right? Tootsie Pop commercial. I hear you. Who?
No. If I was the owl on the Tootsie Roll Pop,
1, a 2,
you know what I'm
a 3.
Like, a 1, a 2, a 3, and then because I would say that, and then you would be giving me names. That's the problem.
I don't follow the Houston Texans like that.
But no one does because they're trash. Jacksonville is trash. You know, it's what it is, man. They're trash.
Hey, Malcolm said, MJ said not 4 skill players.
You talking about linemen and defensive linemen?
Yeah, hey, man, we count, dog. Come on now, don't do that.
No, y'all don't. We don't.
Play a game without us.
A lot of teams have tried that. It didn't work out well for them. Again, I referenced Detroit. Detroit is like, I referenced Detroit. But no, they're not considered skilled players. You know this. Don't act like they are.
It takes skill to do what I did, homie.
I agree. I agree. But, that's why you're not drafted. That's not that. Oh my gosh! But they got 4 players. MJ. They got 4 players. But that's why they're not drafted in fantasy, bro. Sorry.
That's because y'all are, man. Whatever. Let's keep this thing rolling, man.
Because they're not.
Hey, I bet if I could draft Aaron Donald, I would. He'd get you a hell of a lot more points than some of your regular defense and receivers got you.
That's true. But again, they're not drafted. Offensive linemen and defensive linemen are not drafted for a reason.
That's because you stat snobs don't know shit about what's going on.
All right, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we are on. We have some big things that'll be coming up real soon. Of course, we have Big Game Sports Buzz that comes on Thursday night, 6 p.m., as well as the new show that we premiered this past Tuesday, Sports Chop Shop, at 6 p.m. as well, where Big Game, myself, Avery, and a host of other people come on, and we just chop it up like we do. Let's get into this 4th down, man.
Let's do this.
Should the playoffs factor into the MVP voting? And there's a reason why we have this, is that we have noticed that, tonight is the NFL honors, and this is when they talk, they actually give out the award. But in the regular season, there have been players that have just performed phenomenally, but maybe in the playoffs something happened where the team did not perform well.
Right.
And so now that has become a factor where it's very rare that you would see anyone that did not perform well in the playoffs win MVP.
Right.
So that real question should be, should that influence, should it be a part of the MVP voting?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think it does. I think it's so easy to where now all of a sudden Cincinnati's played great, right?
Yeah.
In the playoffs, they look like a brand new team, and like Joe Burrow, damn, Joe Burrow balling. So now it's like, man, Joe Burrow should be the MVP. Not to say that he hasn't played well enough to be in talks, but if you look at just the whole regular season, and he probably like maybe 4, he's not right there in that top 3 of the list. But I think the playoffs make it where you want to put him in there. But I think, and MJ said, I think that your boy Aaron Rodgers is a slam. I think that's who the league wants to have it, and they really want to hit the poster child to probably make it, and he didn't. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to get the MVP. Not saying that he shouldn't, because, and the thing is, if you count the postseason, that vote may change. He may not get that vote.
Yeah. But I mean, if we're looking just at strictly the regular season,
Mm-hmm.
who is the MVP of the regular season?
Man, it could be a couple. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is up there.
Sure.
I still believe that even Tom Brady
Yeah.
could be in conversations.
Sure.
Taylor, running back for Indianapolis. Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, absolutely.
How do you? But the thing is, Taylor's not going to get that. You know what I'm saying? But
because he's a running back.
Exactly. No, I mean, but he's a workhorse, and he made Carson Wentz look decent for a big part of the season. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you're correct.
He made Carson Wentz like, yes. Carson Wentz might be back. Like, oh hell, they lost to Jacksonville. No, he ain't. He can't get in the playoff.
It's still the same old Carson Wentz.
Right. But to me, that was like my favorite going in. I love to see humble. Don't say nothing. He had one bad year. I think his second year fumbling the ball a little bit, and people were down on him. And all of a sudden, he came back this year, and everybody sung him high praise again.
Right. But again, that goes to that question in that conversation of why is he not in the conversation for MVP? Is it because he's a running back? Is it because he did get hurt this season a little bit? What was it? But and I think it also goes back to, well, he didn't make the playoffs, so he shouldn't deserve to be the MVP.
Right. I mean, I can.
Which is, for all intents and purposes, the face of the league, right?
Yeah. Even Cooper Kupp, I think, could have been an argument for MVP. But it's hard at the receiver position, I think.
And so it kind of goes back to what we talked about with Megatron and Matt Stafford. Is that, he got all these yards and receptions and touchdowns because of the quarterback. So if he's the MVP, why isn't the quarterback in that discussion?
But I can throw a 5-yard slant, right? I can go back and throw a 5-yard slant, and the receiver can take it another 90 yards to get a touchdown.
Okay.
And did all the work. But it showed up on my stats that I had 95 yard touchdown. But my receiver did all the work. And you have to know that as a voter and seeing it and see how the game is played and knowing that the receiver really made the difference in how that play came out. Personally, right? That's a lineman's take on it, homie. That's just what that is.
Well, and it sounds very much like a lineman's take on it. And yes, wide receivers don't throw interceptions, but they do drop them. They sure as heck drop them. And, I will reference Dez Bryant, one of my favorite players of all time, one of my favorite Cowboys players. But, he, in the last, 2 or 3 seasons, he dropped 50% of the passes thrown to him. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I don't know. Yeah. Cup after the catch stats are great. Absolutely. The yak is where it's at. But again, it's going back to who's the MVP and should the playoffs influence it. I don't think so. I think Ryan actually had a really good point where saying, hey, if you want it for the regular season, do it right after the season ends.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, so here's a question, Jay.
Yeah.
Should they have 2 MVPs? I mean, I know they have a Super Bowl MVP, but should you have a regular season MVP and a postseason MVP, where it's not just the Super Bowl, but all of the playoffs?
And other leagues do that.
But do you think that it will still end up being tainted and going to the Super Bowl winner?
Ryan say no, but no. No, because I think what you can do is you can have one for the regular season, you can have one for the playoffs, and you can have one for the Super Bowl. Again, other leagues have done this.
I'm kind of like with Ron. It sounds, when I asked the question, but I can never see it happening like that. And the influence is still going to be what it's going to be. The voting needs to come out right when the season is over. It doesn't need to linger on. And then you play great in the postseason, sweet, and then Super Bowl. But I think they wait too long to do the voting and have it come out.
Not enough games for an equal vote. I think there's enough games for that. There's 17 games that they play. If you can't determine,
no, he needs in the postseason. I think
in the postseason.
Yeah, it's not.
No, I think you can. I mean, if we looked at this postseason, who would be the MVP?
Right now, it'd be Joe Burrow or Cooper Kupp. I think in the postseason.
There you go. So there's definitely. I mean, if you can determine the MVP of the game, you can definitely determine one for 3 games. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I think if you look at it from that standpoint, not in the postseason, teams have bye. Some teams do, but they still have to play something. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, let's look at Tennessee. Tennessee had a bye and they got bounced. Would you name any of them as an MVP? Would you name Tannehill?
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill. I'm sorry, I couldn't even keep a straight face and lie like that, dog. No, you're right.
You wouldn't name him as one. Because their teams won, which is, like I said, to that point, if Kansas City didn't lose, if they hadn't lost, would you name Pat Mahomes as the MVP of the playoffs? Would you? Even if they lost now, would you name him the MVP of the playoffs? No, because they lost. Yes, to your point. But if he won, would you name him the MVP?
But he only had the great game against Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, he started off great against Cincy, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ron has a good point, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mahomes did but he can't win MVP in the postseason. I mean, I think that's a great conversation, and we'll have to move on because we got to move on. But we're gonna bring that up. We're gonna bring that up in the shop again, man. We'll definitely bring that up in the shop. Make sure you check that out Tuesday, 6 p.m. on Big Game Network. That we'll be unveiling here. Big Game Entertainment. You'll be seeing that very, very soon. Very excited about it. Let's go ahead, man. Let's get into this next segment, folks. We know what this is. Before we do, make sure that, again, you hit the like, subscribe, and the bell to know when we come on. Help us grow. How can you do that? Well, Big Game is going to put that on there and show you. Like the show, buy us a coffee. Help us grow. www.buymeacoffee.com/Big Game James. Make sure that if you want to see Big Game James or Games Extra Point, that's actually on the website. So hit up the website and YouTube. You can also catch it there. He is still doing that. He has some great stuff that he has been putting out. You'll really, really want to check it out. It's amazing. It's awesome. So, like the show, buy us a coffee, help us grow, and that helps us put more content out for you on all types of platforms.
That's going to help us with these giveaways, too. So, the loyal fans that come in, we're about to start these giveaways, man, and
Golden
try to,
Mike.
Get that merch out, the Golden Mike Award and everything else. So,
yes, sir.
Anything we get, and big shout out to Hirsch last week going in there and buying a bunch of coffee and a bunch of beer for us.
Appreciate you. All right. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. You know what this is. This is the second segment of the show. Go ahead and run it, man. Makes us.
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right. This is the segment called Oh, Hell No. Where we. You love that. Whenever.
Love it, dog. Love it.
I can't even get through this. Whenever we see things that are happening during the week that makes us say, oh, hell no. Listen. I was kind of searching around for stuff, but there's always something that someone's going to give me. This week's oh, hell no for me is none other than Jason. I want to call him something else, Whitlock, but I'm trying to be nice because he, that's somebody's child.
Hey,
but
Jay, the name. No, you're right, dog. But the name alone is a oh hell no. But yes, let us know what's up, man.
So very recently, I believe it was yesterday, Jason Whitlock decided on his show, which I will not even say its name because I don't even want you to watch it. You shouldn't. But apparently, he said that what Brian Flores did was he snitched on the NFL and he shouldn't have done it. He snitched on the NFL. He snitched on Bill Belichick. And he was wrong for doing that. He was wrong for snitching. In particular, when it comes to tanking. tanking and Bill Belichick. Here's the deal, bro. Bill sent that text himself. He's a grown-ass man, right?
Right.
He messed up. He even said in his text, uh-oh, I think I effed up. Yes, Bill, you did. You effed up, Bill. But then to come out and publicly say that Brian Flores, who pulled the cover back, he opened the curtains and showed who the Wizard really was, which was a small little man, right? He calls him a snitch and says he's wrong for showing and talking about the owner told him to tank, and for $100,000 every game he loses, he'll get. I don't think Jason Whitlock has ever played a sport, ever.
Now
in the
let's
history
eating
of
a
ever.
sport.
Well, eating is that's professional competition, but I think even he would lose on that because he is straight garbage and trash. Okay. I don't know him personally. I actually don't want to. But this dude right here, I tell you what, man, if he was on fire in a big-ass hole, I wouldn't piss on him nor throw a rope. Okay?
Right.
I actually put gasoline down there.
Yeah, he's
This dude's
that
a waste
guy.
of space and skin. Yeah, he is that guy. So that's why we so hell no.
He made
Congrats.
it, and it's funny because I've given energy to Jason Whitlock before on Big Game Sports Buzz and past seasons, and I'm just like, why am I even giving him the time of day? To where it was so bad, Jay, I came out and made a comment on this dude that Twitter put me in timeout for like a week or two. I couldn't even tweet for like 2 weeks. They put me in Twitter timeout. They put me in Twitter jail.
That's crazy.
Because he made a comment about Kobe Bryant that was just so asinine. And for what he had to say, I was like, you know what? This dude will sell his mama out. That's just the kind of person
He's
is.
clickbait.
And it's just like I'm gonna stop. He don't even deserve my breath right now. But you know, every oh hell no we have, Jay, is a good one. And there's been a lot of oh hell no moments going on. And I had one, and all of a sudden I had to change it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's Super Bowl edition. So I'm gonna dedicate this oh hell no to someone that could have been playing in the Super Bowl, but instead he decided that he wanted to ask for a trade back in October, that the Rams did not utilize him correctly. He wanted out. And that's Mr. Deshaun Jackson.
Hey.
So Deshaun Jackson bitched and moaned about his role for the Rams and did not want to accept it. So he asked for a trade. His wish was granted. He went home the first round of the playoffs with the Las Vegas Raiders. Congrats. And the Rams are going on to the Super Bowl. Man. Deshaun Jackson, you idiot. Oh, hell no. No. Be careful what you ask for because your wish might get granted.
Man. Dude, yeah. They should have kept look, if he would have stayed, he would have gone to the Super Bowl, and whatever his role would have been, if he would have won, guess what his role would have been then at that point? Super Bowl champ.
Right.
That's what they would have called him. Super Bowl champ.
Right. If they win. So
if they win. Yeah. Because Cincy, you know what I'm saying? But hey, there you go. That's the oh hell no segment for this week. Congratulations to those two losers. You deserve it. Good job. Good job on doing you, being who you are.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh my gosh. All right. Again, make sure that you hit the like, subscribe, and the bell to make sure that you know when we are on. Right now, we're going into who you got, the Super Bowl edition. Man, this is really simple. And he would have had a shot at Hall of Fame. Maybe. Deshaun Jackson may have. But we may never know now because we know Vegas won't be going to the Super Bowl. Anyway.
Pow.
Hot take. That's really not a hot take. That's the truth. Cincy, Rams, it's here. We're less than, what was this, 4 days? We got 4 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're less than 4 days away. So, here we go. Big game. You've been teetering-tottering. Look, everyone knows Cincy. That's what I'm going with. I'm riding with the Bengals. Okay?
You're riding with the Bengals. You and A-Reed. Bengals.
Man, who they? I'm not on the bus for the Who Dey Nation, but, I'll wave at them as they ride by.
Hey, Jay, it's gonna sound like I'm politicking right now. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna sound like I'm politicking, man. And this is my whole thing. I woke up this morning and I totally said, "Yo, I believe Cincinnati is gonna shock the world and win the championship. They're gonna win the Super Bowl. I honestly think they're gonna beat the Rams." And then I just sit back in my head and I see Aaron Donald and Von Miller getting after that broke up offensive line for Cincinnati.
Yes.
And go, they're gonna pressure the hell out of that quarterback. They had Tom Brady looking like it was
old.
bad, right? Yeah.
He looked old.
But I'm gonna stop teetering and tottering.
Come on.
And even though that line is as good as they are, I believe that the lack of a secondary, you can't double team Jamar Chase and Higgins. You can't guard both of them.
Mm-mm.
And if the tight end Umizoomi, whatever his name is back from the knee sprain, he's another good target. I believe the Cincinnati Bengals will upset the Los Angeles Rams. I do believe it, and so I'm rolling with the Bengals. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But hey,
yeah, and I agree. Zach Taylor having a better game plan. Listen, they have done what most teams haven't figured out to do.
Yes,
which is in game and second half adjustments.
Right.
And to me, I think that's where it is. Right. They have shown game in and game out. Okay, you did this to us. All right, we're gonna change this up, and now we're gonna do this.
Right.
Now we're gonna. Okay, so Aaron Donald, hey, he's a monster. Okay, fine. We're gonna rotate our blocking away from him, or we're gonna have P. Ryan out of the backfield, or we're gonna have Mixon out of the backfield, or we're just gonna go ahead and rush right at you.
That's the part right there, Jay.
Dude, to me, those two guys, coupled with Chase and Higgins and that tight end that you call Umizoomi, listen, that right there, I think is enough to quell what's going on defense. And LA's defense past Ramsey, right? And I'm saying, let's go back. Their offense, I still don't trust and will never trust Stat Patford. It just won't happen. He will mess up, and he's going to try and quote unquote win the game. And when he does, that's it. And you know what? To Ron's point, they don't fear the Rams because listen, they didn't fear the Chiefs.
Cincinnati has feared no one this whole postseason. They've gone into every game believing that they could win and that they were going to win, right? So they took on the Raiders. They had a little slip up in the end. It made it look a little bit closer than it really was. They went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Hit Derrick Henry all in the mouth, stopped that run game, made Tannehill have to try to find a way to beat him. He turned the ball over, went into Arrowhead, never lost their composure when they got down, played their game, made the adjustments that no one thought they could make, and they won the game. They have nothing to lose right now at all. There's nothing for the Bengals to lose. A lot of people still don't even think, they got lucky. Rams going to kill them. And I don't think that at all. And the Rams are going to have to make a believer out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. First of all, what up? I'm D-Town. I'm telling you, man, when you start looking at this game and you start looking at the players and their attitudes towards the game and their attitudes towards how they play, to me, the pressure is all on the Rams. It's all on them.
Yeah, it is. All the trades they made, they got rid of all these first-round picks to bring all these pieces and components in. That's why I was like, dude, it's all or nothing for the Rams. They have to win this game. They've laid everything on the table. They're like all chips in. But I love a confident young team. Not just Joe Burrow. This whole team believes because their quarterback believes. He doesn't get rattled. Dude, it's scary.
It is kind
It's
of
scary. Like, you go into a game and your quarterback like, yeah, I mean, I got to be active in the pocket. I might get hit. My guys believe that we can get this done. He doesn't flinch at all. And to be in the second year and just had ACL surgery 9 months ago, dude, that's not normal. It's not normal. You got to love it. I wish he was my quarterback.
A lot of us wish he was our quarterback. A lot of us do. And Ron, before you say anything, don't say nothing. All right? I know you're already going to say something. Look, when you have, I just know it.
Oh, Lord.
But when you have that, man, it's hard to go against the Bengals. It's hard to go against them. And I think even if they lose, you still feel like, you know what? This is still a win. They lost, but it's still somewhat of a win. It's still somewhat of a win, you know. But I'm excited to see the game. I think it's going to be a great game. Probably should be one of the better ones that we've seen here in a while. It's good to not see Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady in it, to be honest with you.
Hey there.
It's good to see that. It's good to see it.
I wanted to see Tom one more time. I can't lie to you.
Yeah,
I understand. Hey, I like variety, though, Jay. I feel you. I'm not mad at you for feeling that way because you like to see things different sometimes. You don't want to just see the same thing over and over and over again. Unless you're a fan of that team. Then you want your team to constantly be in the running to get that chip. You know, Dallas fans don't know what that's like because it's been since 95 since they've even had a chance to get there. So, I mean, I feel where you want to see something different because you really want to see your team get there. But, you know, it's going to be about another 4 years or so that they even have a chance to get there.
I got nothing. I'm sorry for dead space. Usually I don't want to have dead air, but, you know, when people say just stuff like that, man, it just yeah, whatever. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's move on because you're just going to get worse. I just know that. You are.
No, dude. Hey, man. Hey, nothing but love for you, dog. You are the one Cowboys fan that I could actually have come over in my house and have a drink with me and know that it's good. And you got a good heart and you're a good person. Yeah. You just got a bad tasting team. But other than that, you're great. All right, I'm gonna stop. My bad.
I root for my team, man. I root for my team. Good, bad, and indifferent. Yeah. You know, and I'll be honest about them. So, you know, it is what it is. Yo, like the show, buy us a coffee, help us grow. www.buymeacoffee.com/BigGameJames. Again, if you do that, that allows us to put in more content, push out more things, and to do
new equipment
much
as
more.
well.
New equipment, yeah, for sure.
New stylish headphones, you know what I'm saying? Everything's going, man. We appreciate y'all,
but
man.
It also helps us to get merch out for you and to you because we got some great stuff that we have that's coming out, man. It's going to be awesome. And we always want to make sure that we are able to talk to our people that engage us. We want to engage you as well because we want to get out there. You know, things are starting to open up. Hey, we want to get out there and be with you. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? For sure. Ryan, I don't know where it is. It's coming, but I don't know where it is. You have to talk to your cousin, bro.
Hey,
right, look.
Hey, Ron, I got you, cousin. Don't trip. I got you, man.
You know what I mean? You got your fan. We got everybody, man. Come on, let's go. And now it's time for Big Game Sports Buzz Top 5. There's lists that are out there. There are people that have top 100, top 50, top 25, even a top 10. But here at Big Game Sports Buzz, of course, we have a top 5. So this week, going into the Super Bowl, and if you got to slap him, dude. Big Ron, if you got to do that, man. Hey, do what you got to do.
Hey, man,
this week's top 5 is actually one that I really love because I'm a big boy, you know, buff nerd. Let's go. Top 5 Super Bowl party foods. What do you expect when you walk in the door and say, oh, here we go. Now it's the Super Bowl. Those top 5 foods. Big Game, I'm going to let you go first.
All right, Jay.
Now remember, Big Game, there's only 5.
Yeah, man, 5. I know. And I kept this kind of simple, man.
And don't double up.
I'm not going to double up. I'm not going to double up, man. I'm a simple guy when it comes to my Super Bowl foods.
Okay. Let's go.
I like a lot of finger foods. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it simple. Sure. Let's keep it moving. Try a little bit of everything. My number 5, I'm going to say I put Cuban sandwiches on there. You know, Cuban sandwiches. A Cuban sandwich is good. And, you know, it's something that I fell in love with when I was in Tampa, learning about the Cuban bread, the ham, the pork, the mustard, the pickles on there. So I like a good Cuban sandwich. And last year I decided to make Cuban sliders. They were a hit. They went off without a hitch. Everybody wants me to do it again. I'm not having a Super Bowl party this year. Anyway, my other one. I like a good chip and dip, but I have variations of those. So my number 4 is going to be my queso and chili dip with my tortilla chips. So a little bit of Rotel, some Velveeta, Hormel chili, crock potted up, boom, tortilla chip. I prefer the scoops, the Frito scoop.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, banging, going on that. It's so funny that you just put that up from Ron. My number 3, sliders. Buffalo chicken sliders or little hamburger sliders. Easy, quick, good little taste of everything. Bang. My number 2, I don't know why. By the fourth quarter, I want a plate of Ruffles, chips, and some sour cream and onion dip. Or sour cream dip. Like, I like the Hidden Valley Ranch dip. Like, you take the sour cream and the package of the Hidden Valley Ranch, made the dip with some Ruffles. Bam. That's just me in the fourth quarter. And my number 1, wings. I'm Big Game James. I make big game wings. Lemon pepper, garlic parmesan, and straight up old school buffalo wings. Bang, kill it. God. Jay, you're laughing. Big game wings could probably feed my family by themselves.
Man, because you got them old, because they probably, I'm not going to say that. Man. That's cool. You're
trying to be hurtful right now.
I'm not, dude. I was not going to talk about your steroid wings.
Hey, man, they all like church's chicken, dog. They swole, you know what I'm saying? They like big game wings, but they good. They have you like on the bone with it.
Oh, yeah?
On the bone with it. Yeah, big game wings is a beast, man.
Man, hey, you know what? I'm down for that, man. You know, we could go ahead and open that up, and you can own, I can manage. That's what's up. Hey, what Lambo wing? Okay, I'm down for Lambo rib. If it's ribs, I'll eat it, man.
Them ribs, OJ. I'm not even playing. You go and just pull the bone out.
I'm down, man. I've had KC. I've had
Ron makes some damn good ribs. Like you need no sauce on his ribs.
I'm not a sauce guy, man.
Good. You don't need them. The marinade, like the process he does, they good. They good. He done taught me a couple things about the ribs.
Okay, all right. I'll check it out there, Big Ryan. I'll check it out. All right, look, my top 5. You know, I don't do mine in any particular order because that's just not what I do. Wings for sure. That was number 1 on yours. That everyone has wings, so that's what that is. Rotel, Ron, you're my guy. Because you said Rotel. You didn't cop out like your dude here who was like queso and chili and then I put the Rotel. No, Rotel is a whole nother thing, man.
You can't just eat Rotel by itself.
Bro, see, that's what I'm talking about. You don't even know what I'm talking about, man. Rotel, chili cheese with meat, hamburger meat. That is Rotel, sir. That's where it's at. Rotel.
I said I put the chili in there, Jay. Chili has me.
Put the chili, but nah, man, don't put chili in there.
I'm trying to correct my dip just because I didn't say it. It's all good. Go ahead, man.
Sean, you eat fried cauliflower? I heard that's good though. I heard that's good.
I know how to make buffalo cauliflower, and it's the bomb.
It's good. Ron, don't be that way. It's pretty good. Spinach. I saw it. Spinach artichoke dip. I'm down with that, man. I can eat that for sure. Not too much, but yeah. You know, look, everybody makes their Rotel different, but the thing is that it's called Rotel. It's called Rotel.
Rotel's the tomatoes. Just because y'all call it the wrong thing.
No. Rotel has tomatoes and green chilies, brother. Get it right. That's Rotel. See? I learned you something, man. You'll learn something, dude. You know spinach artichoke dip, that's what's up. You know, that's where I am. Frito pie. Look, I'm from Texas, y'all. I'm from Texas.
And that's why I like to. Hey, Jay, do you like to making a Frito pie with the big Frito scoops instead of the small ones sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, if I ain't got nothing else from Texas, thank y'all for the damn Frito pie. Thank Texas for that. That is a state. That's a winner, dog.
The other part of that is if you want to take it next level, Ron is tripping. The next level, put chili cheese Fritos in there. Let it go next level. Chili cheese Fritos in your Frito pie. And, of course, look, my last one, I love these right here. All right. Put them in some barbecue sauce, put a toothpick in it. Call yourself a meal. That is meatballs, folks. Swedish meatballs, barbecue meatballs, whatever you want to make. Listen, put them in there, put them in a bowl, get them done up. I would suggest make them in an air fryer. They're just so much better. But yeah, there you go. Meatballs, toothpick. You got yourself that. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. Hey, for all those that tuned in today, we say a thank you. All right. Make sure that you hit that like, subscribe, and the bell, especially the bell, to make sure that you know when we come on, because we always like to have y'all on here so we can talk to you, about you, tell you that you're wrong. Sometimes, Ron, you're right. So we always love to do that. Appreciate y'all stopping in and being here. I'm Jay Stoggs. Big Game James. Send us out, man.
Hey, man, it's your boy, Big Game James and Jay Stoggs. Thank y'all for tuning in to Big Game Sports Buzz. Be sure to check us out next Tuesday. Big Game, Jay Stoggs, A. Reed, the Sports Chop Shop, chopping it up, keeping it all the way 100 like we do. Hey, until next week, y'all be good.
Dope. It's a dope groove by Speed.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line, soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game.